Hello, we're back. Patch1stripe.com TV replacement parts. We have a line of TV stands, LED strips, boards, remotes, a great selection of plasma TV parts, and other accessories as well. Be sure to check us out for your parts replacement needs. Today, we're looking at a Samsung Plasma TV, awesome TV, model number PN50A510P3F. Now, the problem with this TV, this particular unit came in as a dead set. Now, after we found the problem with the set, with some research, we found out that this same component problem that we had causes several different symptoms. So one of them, the different symptoms are the power going on and off on its own, abnormal sound or audio, intermittent start, and like I said in the beginning, no start. Now what I had with this set was, when I plugged it up, this set would not come on. So I left the unit plugged up to power, and I was doing a little some other research, and when I came back to it maybe 20 minutes later or so, well, the set had came on. Okay, so that led me to believe, well, and by it being a plasma TV, maybe this set has some cracked circuits, as in cracked solder circuits, on some of these PC boards. Now, when you go and look for cracked circuits that may cause intermittent problems, well, I always lean toward looking at boards with heat sinks on them. Like these aluminum heat sinks here. These aluminum heat sinks on this power supply board. These aluminum heat sinks on this wide main board. And the reason being, the components that's attached to these heat sinks, they dissipate a lot of heat. And that is why they're attached to these aluminum heat sinks, to pull the heat away, to prolong the life of the component. Now, when you're dealing with excess heat like that, a lot of times by that solder used to connect the component to the circuit side of the board, it could be sort of brittle, or you could call it ductile, and it winds up being brittle after that hot, cool from being turned on and left off and stuff like that, and eventually it sort of breaks down. Now a lot of times you'll see a cracked ring around that connection on the back of the board where the component solders into the circuit board. Or you could just see sometimes it's just a ugly looking solder connection where it's not smooth and pretty, what I call pretty, shiny, and no cracks, no hard spots or burnt spots. And so what I do is I went looking for those. And one thing about just going on ahead and do all your boards is because if you do a job and when you finish the job, you don't want the set to come back premature due to cracked circuits that was never attended to while the professional servicer had the unit in his possession. You know, you want to do some kind of preventative maintenance, preventative care on the set. So when you bump into your customer 2-3 years from now, they'll tell you that, you know, that set you fixed for me is still going. So you want to do that despite the point and this, well, you want to do that even if that wasn't the problem to the set, with the set, as in with this set. Our problem came down to a component on the main board on this set. So you want to, you know, even though, okay, we found a problem here, we fixed this. Well, you don't want to send a set out half done because, you know, lack of preventive maintenance. So after I checked all of that, getting back on track, the set still had the same symptoms. It wouldn't come on when given a command. It may come on 20 minutes later or something like that. So basically I still had the same symptom. So after I went to my power supply, like I always tell you, you got your voltage legends in different places, and I checked my voltage, confirmed everything that should be there was there, you know. And what happened, it just led me to this main board slash signal board, and we call it signal because you input all your signals into it, whether it's a coax cable, HDMI, or RCA jack. Well, so it led me to that because that's the control circuit for the whole set, like the microprocessor. Turn it on, turn it off, do all your functions. And through some checking, voltage checking, and also some thermal checking, we located a component that was causing this unit to fail. The component that we found on this particular board, now we're going a lot of times on a main board, if a board is available, we'll go ahead and just put a new board in it and go on to the next thing. But this particular model Samsung Plasma TV, this main board, which is a BN94-01880D, is no longer available. You can't find it. So we had to just dig a little deeper to go ahead and make the repair. Well, the problem came up to be this IC right here, which is IC 1203 as far as its location. The part itself is a STA 335 BWS, and it is a 2.1 channel high frequency digital audio system. Now, I also want to inject this bit of information into this video. That particular IC that faulted or failed on this main board, if you Google any component and put PDF at the end, it will pull up some sites with the internal information on pretty much every IC or component that's out there. This is the internal, not so much the internal, but the pinout for that particular IC that was the problem with this unit. It is a 36 pin IC, and as you can see, you have the pinout and everything. Sorry about that. And as you can see, you have the pinout. And if I stroll down further, it's going to give you more information. If I go down even a little bit further, it's going to give you some more pin description. And some of them even give you the internal layout of the component. So just remember that when you trying to make a repair on, say, a main board or any board out there, and you need additional information to go by to check a component, replace a component, the main thing to check a component, Google it in a heartbeat. Just Google it, put PDF, and the information gonna pop up from everywhere. Okay? And most of your services with some sort of experience, you already know that in the past and now, the audio always comes off the main board. So it's not a surprise that an audio failure, like an amp or a system, as in this case, could cause the set to just shut down when they fail. So, and that's what's going on in this particular case. So after replacing the component, we restored this unit back into its full functional mode, and we're going to top her up and give her back to the customer. While we got the set apart, for those of you who may not have serviced many plasmas, and I'm going to tell you something about a plasma. A plasma runs at 600 hertz, not 120, not 60, 140. They usually have great pictures. So if you got a plasma, hang on to it. You got some big time plasma fans out there, and they're not going to give up their plasma for anything. They're great sets. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to print out some of the components that makes up this plasma TV. Over here, you got your Y buffer. Here, this is your Y main board. This is your power supply board. This is your P controller board, or P logic main board. Excuse me, P logic main board. This is your Y scan at the bottom down here. Goes across here. This is your X main board. And below this and under this shield here is your X buffer. And here, this is going to be your main board. Okay? Now, you follow these lines out of here. Well, here's your speaker here, and here's your speaker here. Well, before we conclude this video, I'd like to give a shout out to some of my subscribers that has asked for assistance via emails or using my video, and they just sent me some emails back. And this first one is from KS Jeff. Finally, a man with a logical mind who understands troubleshooting. Thank you. Well, you're welcome, KS Jeff. We're glad we can help you. We're glad to be of service. Like I say, I've been doing this many years. I grew up in a shop. This is a 65-year-old family business that I'm keeping going. And I'm an electronics engineer. And I love doing this type of work. So I don't mind helping anybody that wants help. Just like I say, email me. Some people may even give me a call. But I'm here to serve. I mean, life ain't worth living if you're not helping somebody some kind of way. That's my motto. So if it's something I could do to help you save some money, or you know, do the repair, or you stuck on a repair, hey, just give me a shout. No problem. Next we have Rondell Biffle. That's Biffle. And he said, thank you. I did every step and found a solution. Now my TV is working after the troubleshooting. Again, you're welcome, Rondell. Thank you. We have another one here. Hermes Gonzalez. He said, God bless this man. I was able to fix my 55-inch following his video. Well, you're welcome, Hermes. Like I say, I try to help anybody that I can. I hope the content that I'm putting out there could help someone. Also, our goal is to keep these really nice TVs out of the landfill. You know, we want to do whatever we can do to preserve our environment. A lot of people have this throwaway myth, and that's what I'm going to call it. But most of these sets are repairable. And you know, thank you to the people out there that's trying to give it a go and do their part, and plus, hey, save yourself some money. And we have the next one is Sammy Smith. Hey, great video. Thanks for taking the time to share your knowledge. Well, you're welcome, Sammy. And with that being said, remember, go to patchonestripe.com for your source of quality replacement TV parts. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Ring that bell so that you could get future content as it comes out. And hit that donation button if you like. If you just want to show me some love, that'll be good, because it takes a little time to do these videos. But I don't care. If you can, cool. If you can't, that's fine. We're going to keep it moving. And with that being said, as in always, patchonestripe.com, TV replacement parts, we out of here.